Here are ideas for what to write in a journal. I'm going to share 48 ideas and I'm going to break it down into categories so that you can skip to the category if you want to. And I'm going to put timestamps below in the description and also in a pinned comment of this video so that you can, like I said, jump right to the part of the video that you want to. They are, as I said, broken up into categories, and I encourage you, when you hear a potential idea that resonates with you, just hit pause and write on a piece of paper, the back of an envelope, your journal, whatever. Because oftentimes we want to do things like journaling, but we find every excuse not to do it. So I encourage you to actually do it today. You hear something that sounds like, oh, I could write to that. Why not? You're building a habit. Start right now. Hit pause when you hear it and write. And then you can come back and maybe write another one. You could do a few minutes on each one. There's no rules with journaling. You don't have to journal for a page, half a page, 10 minutes, 50 minutes. There are no rules, but those that you create. Okay, let's get going. The first category of ideas, things that you can write in a journal. The first category is things to write at the beginning of a day. So, number one, what are your plans for the day? Not much thought is needed here. Just write about your day ahead. This is a nice warm-up, maybe to write other journal prompts. You can choose to write a few ideas or write another one after this. 2, what does your ideal day look like? Imagine your ideal day. How does it start? What do you do? Where are you? Who are you with? Are you by yourself? Are you with someone special? What makes the day so ideal? Idea number 3. Is there anything you could do to get closer to that ideal day? What steps can you take? Write about them. What do you need to do? The next category, things to write in a journal at the end of the day. What one thing or person made you happy today or grateful today? Write about something that made you smile, made you feel happy, something you're grateful for. Next, what made you laugh? Think of something that made you laugh, not just chuckle, but a deep belly, crying tears laugh if you had one of those moments. Can't think of anything? Quickly think of your favorite comedian and something that they've said before that makes you laugh, and just write about it. Laughter is healing, and even remembering laughter, like moments where you had deep laughter, even that, those are precious thoughts. Next, write about something unexpected that happened to you today. Next, how about something you did or said that was unexpected or out of character? Sometimes we surprise ourselves and we say or do things that are unlike us. So did you have one of those moments today or recently? Write about it. Next, reflect on the day's accomplishments. What did you get done? Big and small, it all matters. Next, what are your plans for tomorrow? The end of the day is the perfect time to set plans for tomorrow. You can first self-reflect on how things went today, and then think about what you need to do tomorrow. By doing this, you start your day off on the right foot. The next category now we're moving on to is things to write in a journal to help you reflect, de-stress, and grow. Remember, these ideas are things to write in a journal for more joy and less stress. So, this first one is reflect on the past week or month. What went well? Not so well? What was unexpected? What, if anything, will you do differently going forward? Next, which happens to be our 11th journal writing idea, is what keeps recurring over the months and years in your life? If there's something you want to stop occurring, for example, what do you need to do to break the cycle? Next is number 12. Reflect on a favorite character from a show, a book, or a movie. Have fun with this one. We usually get so bogged down with everyday tasks and events that we rarely take time to remember and savor things like our favorite characters. What do you love about them? Why are they so endearing, relatable? 13. Reflect on a favorite quote, funny or inspirational. If you can't think of one, I'm going to leave a link to below in the description with some quotes. Maybe you can choose one of them and then just write about it. What does it make you think of? How does it make you feel? The next category, things to write in a journal that remind you of what you're grateful for. This is number 14. Write a gratitude list. Make a list of everything you feel grateful for. Try not to take the pen from the page just right. Big things, small things. Nothing is trivial. Everything matters. 15. Just one thing. Write about one thing in particular that you're grateful for. Just one. Go deep with this if you have time. What specifically about this thing or person makes you feel so grateful for having them? Next category, journal writing your feelings. So this is number 16. How are you feeling right now? Write about how you feel at this very moment. What feelings are floating around in your head and in your body? Often we internalize feelings in our bodies, such as nervousness and tension in our lower back and neck. 17. How do you want to feel? Do you want to feel an emotion other than what you're feeling? What is that emotion? For example, joy. Why do you think you're not feeling that way? Some people say emotions are a choice. Do you agree with that statement? Write about whether you agree or not. And if you agree that emotions are a choice, can you make a choice to feel differently? How would you do that? What could you focus on to feel differently? The next category, things to write in a journal to invite more love into your life. This is about observing, appreciating, and cultivating more love in your life. Remember, there are many forms of love, from being in romantic love to familial love and all other forms. For example, I love early morning long walks. It's something I love and I want more of in my life, so I often write about my walks and what I enjoy about them and how totally elated they make me feel. Number 18, a tiny thing you love. Think of something that may seem so tiny and inconsequential to someone else, but you absolutely love it. I don't know, this could be a show, this could be anime, this could be a book, it could be some physical item that you have or something that's not a physical item. Just something that would seem small to other people, but for you, you absolutely love it. 19. What's something big that you love? What's a big significant thing in your life right now that you love? This may be a person, a new job, a pet, or even some other material object. 20. Write about your family. Write about your family, immediate or extended or both. But don't allow this, if these feelings, write about your family, immediate or extended or both. But write about this, but remember here, some of us have familial experiences that maybe aren't that great. And writing about them, if we're not prepared to write about them in a certain way, can open up some feelings that may be better for us to talk to a professional about. This isn't the case for all of us, but for some of us. So just be aware of this if you choose this prompt. Maybe this isn't a prompt for you today. 21. Your pet. Write about your pet, current or past. If you have multiple pets, pick one. You can write about how they make you feel, how you felt when you first got them, or whatever comes to mind. Next category, things to write in a journal for planning. A journal is a great place to plan projects, hold yourself accountable, and track progress. So, 22. What's your next big project? What project have you been thinking to start? Write about it. Why does it matter? What do you need to do to get started? What's your very next step? What is the very first step you need to take to move forward on that thing you've been procrastinating about? Are there many things that you need to do? Pick one, write about it. 23. What one goal can you set to achieve in the next 3 months that will radically improve your life? Next category, things to write in a journal for mindfulness. Mindfulness is about being fully present in the now. It's hard to do that when your mind is bogged down with worry and things to do and memories you keep reliving. So, 24 is to do a brain dump. What are all the things you need to do that are floating around in your head? Writing this out will help you to then prioritize what needs to be done. It also just feels like a big relief when you clear some brain space by writing it all down. 25. What do you feel unsure about? Chances are there's something or many things you feel unsure about. Maybe a decision you need to make, I don't know, but write about it. 26. Is there something you can do to become less unsure about this? Even writing about something can bring clarity. 27. What recurring thoughts do you need to let go of? Write about the thoughts that keep bubbling up. Are they more negative, worrisome than positive, or neutral? Can you replace those thoughts with others? How? What can you focus on, such as things you're grateful for, when those recurring thoughts keep coming up? 28. What one thing can you let go of tomorrow? In the spirit of Marie Kondo, there are always things to let go of and declutter from your life. Take a few moments to write about things you know you're holding on to but need to release from your life. Decluttering physically and emotionally feels empowering. 29. Is there someone you want to apologize to, but you've been holding back? What did you do or say to them that warrants an apology? Write about it. Dig deep with this one if you need to. We've all done and said things that later on we regret. Writing about it can help you first become more aware, and second, start forgiving yourself, and then take steps to apologize if necessary. 30. What are you most afraid of right now? This can be something big or small. What are your biggest fears? 31. Out of those fears that we mentioned in number 30, if one did come true, what's the worst that can happen? This isn't an easy thing to write about, but it can be so empowering. Think through the fear you have and write what would happen if it came true. Keep thinking, and then what? Over and over. And then what? And then this would and then what? And then what? And then what? By writing about it, you gain some control over the fear and may even realize that the fear is not as daunting as you thought. Whatever happened, you'd eventually get through it. Next category. This is journal writing meets letter writing. Here are a few journal writing ideas that involve writing a letter. You can keep this letter to yourself or mail it. It's your choice. Do what feels right for you. So, number 32. Write a letter to someone you've been meaning to communicate with. You know that person you've been meaning to communicate with but just haven't gotten around to? Write them a letter. 33. Write a letter to someone you miss. Missing someone who's no longer in your life or physical space, write to them. Let them know how much you're missing them. This can be especially healing if this is someone who has passed away but is still in your heart. 34. Write a letter to someone you are grateful for. In my tiny book, Become a Giver, I explain how writing a gratitude letter can uplift your mood and also uplift the mood of the person who receives the letter. 35. Write about someone you admire. Who do you admire and why? Write them a letter telling them how and why you admire them so much. The next category is journal writing as a tool in the process of forgiveness. Forgiving others is one of the most powerful things we can do in life. It frees up emotional energy and helps heal open wounds. So 36. Who do you need to forgive? Maybe you're not quite ready to tell them you forgive them. Or maybe you can't tell them for another reason, but you can start writing about it. 37. Can you write a letter to that person? 38. What do you need to forgive yourself for? Self-forgiveness is of even higher priority than forgiving others. We hold judgment and grudges against ourselves from big things to the tiniest of things, and all of them cause us to feel lower about ourselves and keep telling ourselves stories that are untrue. What we did or didn't do in the past is not a reflection on what we can do right now and tomorrow and the day after. Write about what you need to forgive yourself for. Take as much time as needed with this and come back to it as many times if needed. It's that important. Next category, journal writing for cultivating more self-love. So this is number 39. Reflect on what you're good at. Everyone has a zone of genius, yes, including you. You may not instantly think of things, but take a moment. Call to mind at least 3 things you do well. It can be something instantly recognizable like running triathlons or baking cherry pies or organizing your house. And there are definitely at least 3 things you are very good at doing. Write about them. Why you love doing each, how you got started, how they make you feel. The harder this exercise is, the more times you should do it. Recognizing areas of your life where you excel should always be top of mind and easy to think of. If it's very hard for you to think of things that you're good at, then this exercise is exactly for you. This could even be things such as, I'm very good at helping, make people laugh, make people smile. It doesn't have to be something that you're an expert at, or, that you're a great artist, for example. Sometimes people think, oh, it's intimidating, I'm not very good. But everybody is, even if it's keeping plants. Some people can keep plants. Others of us, like myself, sometimes we struggle with plant keeping, but could be anything. Really open your mind to think. There are at least 3 things that you are very good at. Write about them. Number 40. What feature or characteristic of yourself do you most appreciate? And why do you appreciate these things about yourself? It could be physical or non-physical. 41. In which way can you be kinder to yourself? Especially think of the way you talk to yourself. Do you call yourself mean names when you make a mistake or forget something, for example? Do you engage in habits you know are hurting yourself mentally, physically, otherwise? 42. What one thing do you need to stop beating yourself up about? 43. What have you been through in the last few years that you're most proud of pulling yourself through? Thinking and writing about these things helps build confidence, as they're reminders of your strength and resilience. 44. Something you'd like to start doing. This could be a habit or a project. 45. Maybe think of a habit you'd like to start but have been procrastinating about. Write about it. And write about what you need to do to get going. 46. Something you'd like to stop doing. This could even be something you need to take a break from. For example, Facebook. I'm just saying, I've been guilty of that in the past. 47. What tiny things bring you joy? Write about them, including how you can spend more quality moments appreciating these things. And 48. What big things bring you joy? So, those were 48 things to write in a journal. 48 of the thousands of ideas there are out there. Hopefully there were some in there that resonate with you, and I'm hoping you hit pause and you wrote to some of them, or that you'll come back to this video. And you can always click on the categories, and you can do these as many times as you want. As always, thank you for watching.